I know.
There you go.
Michelle sent Sheila down.
I know.
I forgot my tree. I'm bringing my tree tomorrow.
I like her purple.
Oh, where does Blue not remember a tree?
Right here.
Hi, Michelle.
Right here.
Daniel,
I've got my tree.
how many days have you been with us, sir?
I don't know yet.
Not
Do
his
you?
fault. He didn't do it.
I did.
Girl,
I'm ready. Yes.
you just had to bring
These
it
are
in.
purple. You know, I
Yes, I know your purple tree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've seen my purple. You used it for rainy.
I did it. Remove the original.
I jinxed it. I'm a hex.
Oh.
And then they put like these out there. There's like a road going around the tree, and it's like all these different destinations that will travel the world. And there's pictures all over it. It's kind of cool. They also do volume, like a picture of the Grinch after his heart grew to it's the Grinch.
You okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hey, Michelle, can I talk to you for a couple minutes?
Once Lou's done with me, yes, sir, you may.
Yeah,
come on.
Thanks, Michelle.
I will come get you.
All right.
Hi, you doing? Are you back?
We'll see. We'll see. How can you tell?
You don't know yet?
I don't know. It's an existential crisis.
Huh?
It is. So where I am right now is I'm here. That's where I am. There you go.
You don't know?
I had this today. It's kind of here. It might be real. They ain't bite on it.
Oh, you're being silly. You're back.
A little bit. We'll see.
You just don't know for how long. Oh, what?
I'm here right now.
But in the future, you don't know. That's what
I have that case for everything.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I have a different kind of ability. Can you work with it?
After what happened over Thanksgiving.
I heard. I'm so sorry. What a violation.
Oh man, I feel so violated. I really do. I mean, they took all our money.
Was
You know?
there, how much was accountable?
They took it. Well, they took all our money. I mean, they really did. I mean,
I don't think I'll be able to.
what?
Here, let me give you that.
Oh no.
So I don't know if I can make this happen.
No, why?
I feel like I'm taking. I should have come better prepared with money. I'm just hungry. Hey!
No.
Good, how are you?
When you get back?
I gave you 2 sides, and then I'll give you change.
Okay,
again.
Alright. I've
Okay.
been back in Texas
you
for
need-
12 days.
Okay, you need ones, right?
Want that.
Is that what you needed?
Because you was at that estate, right? Like
I
New York or
did.
somewhere.
I have been in New York up until
Wow.
12 days ago, so we'll see.
So, what made you come back?
There's, I mean, it's still packing.
Okay.
I took a flight for $38 where I got to bring in 1 backpack, so that's what I'm working on.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So you back here to stay?
He thinks.
See, these are these big existential.
Because I saw you the other day and I was like, no.
No.
But it was like a big glimpse. I'm like, no.
So we'll see how.
Okay.
Well,
okay,
he's got his badge. He's working.
I got my badge.
Yeah.
I'm working today. We got a computer today. I'm getting carbohydrates right now.
In the same spot? Are you in the same area?
Yeah, same exact. So I'm here to help the state of Texas. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay. Can I take this? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's so good. All right.
going on at all while you were gone?
I was actually going to ask you where to go for that.
I know, I'm just typing on phone.
So, do you want to hit me?
I'll let you know when I'm done.
Alright.
What time do you leave?
5.
Oh, okay, I'll be there.
Especially because I get to see you.
Yeah, oh, okay.
You do? How are you doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be that time of year.
You feeling Christmassy?
No, but that's because my daughter has a birthday on the 10th, so I can never really get into the Christmas spirit until we get past her birthday. You wanna close the door?
Sure.
People tend to put the present in.
What age group is the 10th?
She is 11 and she'll be 12.
Yay!
It's a girl, man. Boys are more fun. My 20-year-old,
That's a basketball dude?
that's my basketball boy. Yep. In Colorado.
Oh, cool.
I know. So he's dealing with like freezing temperatures, and I'm just like, oh no, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. We went to Golden over Thanksgiving, and it was like in the 50s probably. It
Where?
was freezing.
We went to where?
Golden.
That's in Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's right outside of Denver, so that's where the Coors factory is. You know, beer.
Okay.
I'm not a beer person, but that whole town is built on a Coors factory.
Cool. Hey.
What's up? What's going on?
So thank you so much for extending the offer to reemploy me. I entertained that while I was in New York. And I had proposed, it was as far back as November 10th, that maybe they could structure it that I would be off-site and working in Garland.
Okay.
Because I have a home in
I
Dallas.
still live up there.
I don't have a place to live here in Austin.
Do you commute every day, or are you just residing in a hotel?
I drove today,
So where are you
and
going?
I drove Thursday to attend orientation, which my arrival was a surprise to orientation, just to let you know. That's a good look.
Why?
I don't know, but it was a surprise that I arrived there.
Okay.
So you had, in the emails you had sort of said, hey, have you been communicate? How well has communication been going on this? And I thought I'd just reveal some of the particles of it.
Okay.
So, and some of the communication is good, and some things about orientation were good. So I was able to arrive here, and I was able to commit to showing up Friday to find out more about my proposal that I entertained while in New York. And some things were illuminated that were kind of cool about it. And it wasn't an absolute no. It was, maybe there's a way to motivate a yes. So I revealed openly to Raphael, I'm here today,
Mhm.
and I can guarantee you I will be here on Monday. And I ran into Raphael earlier today when I got my badge, and he's like, how's it going? I said, it's going. And I spoke with HR, both after orientation and today. And now I'm talking to you.
Okay.
And I will tell you, I'm driving back to Dallas tonight.
Oh my goodness.
So I also realize HR has said, maybe with a motivated response, you've already accrued time regarding vacation
Mhm.
and sick time.
Right.
So another cool thing that happened on Friday was I was able to find out how good of a job I did in my absence. And I was able to attend meetings today and understand I'm really proud of my work here. It is awesome coming back
seeing so many people that are excited to see me as if they saw a ghost. And they kind of ask these existential questions that, like, what is going on? And like, everybody calm down. But yeah, like, that's awesome. Running into people here at DPS is cool. And also understanding, hey, how's my region been in my absence? And being able to attend a meeting today and kind of go, I do not feel lost. But so many things would make this, I think, a win-win for everybody if it was approved that I could be an offset North Texas field rep in the Garland office, especially since I understand at least another field rep gets to do that. And I know it's not par for the course, but I don't think everybody's got a house that ain't in the Austin area.
Right.
So
So what was when you, because you said you took this to Raphael, right?
yeah.
And what was his response?
His response was, upper management is receptive to it. We're not sure about it acting right now. We'd be more sure about it revisiting it 6 months to a year. And I said, okay, you know.
So what has to transpire in the 6 months to a year?
You got me. I didn't want to make it a wrestling match. One thing that I didn't understand the distinction that Raphael wanted to point out was he said, well, you're a new employee. And I sort of said, well, I checked the word rehire on all my work over at orientation and not a new hire. And that's how they processed me. And I don't think I was motivated for them to extend the offer to me because I was a new hire. So, and again, all of this discussion happened while I was, almost 2,000 miles away. So I am not trying to spring anything on anybody. Raphael does know that I would show up for work today. He did ask, he's like, so are you staying? I said, I don't have, I know I'm sleeping in my bed tonight in Dallas. So, and I'm open to discussing a lot of possibilities. One great thing that Raphael, when I first proposed this on November the 10th, was, first of all, I didn't know what the language to define this proposition was. This is just something in my head that I'm trying to map out. I didn't know, even back then, like, what is the language you guys use? But one thing I couldn't figure out was how would a vehicle work? And that was one cool discussion that I finally had with Raphael on Friday, which I didn't hear anything directly from him since November the 10th. It wasn't until I arrived here and talked to him in his office. That I said, actually, the vehicle's not a problem. That's an easy done deal. And it took a few conversations for that because the first way he phrased it, it's a convoluted concept, I gotta tell you. I don't even know if you know how to break it down, but when he first said that, I went, oh God, this whole thing's impossible. And then he actually said, no, it's not impossible. Right. So I was like, okay, cool. That sounds cool. It sounds like it could be close to being a really great thing, but I would like to. I would like to help the people I helped in North Texas finish up the year, understand what the immediate priorities are. Those were discussed with me when I came back and interviewed for it. And just to give you, like, plug into what my mind is right now, like, I have a family in New York who said, come be with me and explore life. And when I said, well, this thing came up in Austin, they were going, why would you ever leave us? And I said, well, some things may work out. I will let you know, there's one great thing about orientation that happened. There's something that would be very good that would work out in the benefits package for me. I do have an option that if I have to forego that, but that was one thing that makes this a big consideration. But I don't have everything else figured out. position my life here, and if it doesn't work out, I have people in New York that are like, I don't know why you ever thought about it. So,
Well, I think, and I apologize if it wasn't as clearly communicated as it could have been, or it doesn't sound like it was. They were instructed to give a path for that. So when I ask, what do you have to do in 6 months to a year, right? That would be good for you to know, right? Because if you can expedite that time frame based upon whatever deliverables do you look for in that time frame, I'm not geared towards time. Okay? I'm geared more towards, do I feel confident that you have the tools and the resources available to you within the knowledge, the confidence to go out and do the trainings with these agencies, to do the PR visits, to do whatever you need to do up in your agencies. Not only summary, NIBRS is what throws the wrench, right? We need to get you trained on that.
cool.
And that, in my mind, is your path. We gotta get you confident and knowledgeable on NIBRS. And then I see no problem putting a rep in Garland. We would like to, I would like to explore getting office space there. So we just have to partner with the THP, or the Regional Communications Facility, or the regional, what do they call them? The RCs, the regional commanders.
Okay.
To try to locate office space. And then we can, I don't see any barriers to getting you up there
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
They should have communicated this better. So, because other areas have field representatives, and it's actually a benefit. And you'd have to come in every once in a while to check
Got it.
in and do that. That's not, that's nothing that we don't expect other areas to do. But it's a benefit to the traveler. They don't have to travel as far. They can be closer to home. They're closer to their agencies. And they don't take up space here that we could utilize for other purposes. But yeah, it's obviously a benefit to both parties.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
We just need to make sure that Raphael and Earl have it mapped out, what you need to do in order to get there. Time, like I said, time is not an issue. It shouldn't be. Somebody can learn something in 2 days. Some take 2 months. It really is based upon the person and what you're throwing at them. So, it's the same thing with the progressions. If you can, when we took the time off of the progression, you have to display your knowledge now and demonstrate knowledge, as opposed to, okay, I've been here for a year, can I get some more money? Kind of concept. So to me, it's the same thing. If I know you're gonna do well in the area, you're confident, and you can go on and do your business without any kind of issues, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Does that help?
A little bit. Are you still talking to me about time at this point?
Am I doing what?
Are you still talking to me about when the approval switch would be flipped?
To me, time isn't a consideration.
Okay.
It's more about whatever they're looking for, when Raphael says, okay, I've got a rep that's trained on NIBRS, what does that look like? When it's a rep's trained on NIBRS and they're ready to go, what does that mean?
Okay.
That's a question that they've got to answer. I'm definitely in no way, shape, or form an SME in UCR. Or a subject matter expert. I've never been a trainer in UCR, so I can tell you the concepts that you need to have down pat.
Okay.
Like I said, that's for Raphael and Earl. I can definitely put them to task on it, though, so that
Okay.
you can at least have a better idea of what it's going to take.
Okay.
But I can't put someone out in the field with no support system right there to help them. I would feel bad putting you up in Garland. Now maybe for the summary agencies, maybe we can work something out as an interim fix, but somehow we've got to get you back in intervals to get you trained up on NIBRS. So somehow you got to figure that out somehow.
I'm down for that. I have a feeling this will be the third year I'd be looking at to help you guys close.
I know what the focus is right now and its deadline.
Yeah.
And the deadline right now is focused on summary. I know how to absolutely hit the ground running. Since I have all my contacts, I know how to get this job done.
So what have they said about doing that? Like hitting the ground running and going to...
Michelle, they don't have to tell me anything.
Well, I mean, like, has that, so he said you're free to travel now.
Just so to clarify, the general rule is that there isn't any traveling because we are trying to close out the data. So field reps are sort of anchored and they're not traveling. And that is where I am like, I know. So I wasn't even expected that, hey, you're going to be going out. It's sort of like, no, you're going to be on a phone and a desk and plowing away and making contacts and
Yeah.
Whereas I just kind of go, no, you don't need to give me a fleet vehicle right now. I just need a desk and a laptop. I got my laptop today. Yeah.
Okay. So, where are we at right now as far as, what have you proposed to Raphael as far as,
Raphael knows I showed up for work today.
okay,
He knows I don't have anything else figured out about basing this job out of Austin. It's an opportunity that Friday was when I really got any sort of feedback about where we are, and I told him, you know, Friday was like, you know, Raphael, this is an opportunity, and I don't. There's so much about it that is easy to connect the dots. But one thing I don't want to do is, especially when I kind of go, it's just, you guys are going to really touch UCR NIBRs for till February at the earliest. The discussions really are about closing out 2016. Got it.
how do you plan on managing that until February?
February, we have wonderful communication systems. Raphael said, you know, I don't want to babysit you. I said, well, I look at you as a supervisor to employee supervision. And in the draft that I proposed, I sort of said there are a lot of technical advancements to run a system and check, and if I can deliver on reducing I finally got my delinquency list, and I went, oh my agencies, I love a lot of them. I go, oh, look at them. They just, they learn, they're so good. And I know which ones need some encouragement. And I'm more than happy to show up and work tomorrow morning, and Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning, and get the work done. I just don't have it figured out, especially managing it from New York, that I was doing this out of Austin, and I presented that.
Okay.
And that's how I look at it. Yeah, today was a big day. Got a computer. Last week I got the delinquency report. Now I can just start working. Michelle, I don't want to broach something unnecessarily sensitive. And I don't know, that's, when I left Friday, I hadn't, you know, my meeting with Raphael. And, you know, he even said, he's like, I see that this is a, you know, I'm not trying to manipulate a poker hand here or something.
Right.
And so, like, Friday it was, you know, but my weekend came back and I saw Raphael. He's like, how's it going? I'm good, dude. I'm totally good. I don't want to bring up something, I don't want to bring up something that happened as I was resigning. That hasn't, that just sort of said, okay, I think the best situation is for me to go. I think I'd like to work at this job. I think being out in my region is the best thing right now to try to resume things.
Okay.
You may have forgotten.
So, are you saying that that's somehow playing a part or a factor in this?
I don't know. I got to be in New York.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, yeah, with family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to leave as graceful as I absolutely wanted. And I gotta tell you, it's really cool to kind of go, yeah, I really like Raphael. I do, and I trust working with him, and I feel that I know him. And Raphael is awesome for saying, I'd like you back on our team. That's a really good feeling to me. It makes me feel wonderful, actually. But compounded with arriving at orientation as a surprise and not hearing any response from this proposal for November the 10th, it's another thing that just kind of goes, okay,
It's just not sitting right.
well, no, it's like, yeah, let's do it, or we can't.
Or we can't at this time, but, you know, however many weeks or months down the road.
Well, what are the other options that puts me in a living space instead of going into debt to take this job for the month of December? I don't have that figured out, Michelle.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, because I was like, well, if you can travel, you know, it resolves the issue. Even if, you know, he essentially puts you traveling all over the state, right? I'm trying to think of, you know, anything and everything that could potentially be there.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, one question Raphael asked me, I forget what form, he was sort of like, I think it was maybe with the travel vouchers or something, and I was like, dude, I'm not getting paid till next year, like, so with the gas $1.70 a gallon, it was not that much of a burden to come here.
But still, in thinking in terms of that closeout is their priorities, they're probably not even anywhere near ready, set to train, are they?
I think the priority is again, this would be my third year. I think I know where the priority is. It's being open to discussions about the overall development, but the focus is there are 2 other field reps who are also not NIBRS trained, and right now it's just go into the SharePoint file and familiar yourself with the PowerPoint for the highlight overview of NIBRS at this point. That's as good as what the focus is that I would be expected. At least I know that I've proven myself as being a presenter with UCR information, not necessarily, you know, the highlights reel of NIBRS, but I think it's just a slide, and I don't think it's more than 40 minutes.
Okay, let me figure out and talk to these people what their priority is for the representatives at this moment in time, and I agree, it's most likely going to be close out. But you're just at a distinct disadvantage because you already know the system. So what's the priority for the other reps that are brand new? Because closeout can't be their priority.
No, they're starting baby school.
Yeah, so then that transitions into what their plan is. So let me figure these things out for you.
Okay.
I'm concerned that you didn't get a response on your November 10th communication. I'll figure out the orientation thing as well, what happened there.
Can I just, you know,
Sure.
I'll tell you one thing. I didn't get a response, and after orientation, I went to resolution service at HR. And while I was sitting in their office with Adrian as her name,
Esparza.
Yes,
Yes,
with my
sweet.
iPhone. I said, well, this is the letter that I drafted to both Earl and Raphael, which I haven't received a response. And in front of Adrian, my iPhone, because we misspelled her crazy last name on my dumb iPhone, forwarding it to her. I got the response at 5 o'clock on Thursday in front of her.
On Thursday, what day?
So
first?
what month are we right here?
December.
December the 1st.
When you're in orientation?
I'm done with orientation. I'm saying I don't even know if I'm supposed to show up tomorrow at work.
Okay.
So she got to witness the email come in, and I went, did you do something? Did you do
It's
this?
magic. And what was their response?
It was confusion. The whole thing was confusion, trying to break it down into any sort of simplistic term, down to your name wasn't on orientation today, and it took, you were promised orientation materials, notification of it, 3 times, and it wasn't until I went and asked Azanza, who had done all of my paperwork. I had said, because I hadn't gotten a response back from Raphael, and I'm not trying to, again, I'm not trying to do, but Azanza was the one that triggered that I finally received an apology of orientation update on, I believe, the 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving, from Teresa. So there are a lot of things that I was not, and I may not have been a priority.
No, that's no excuse.
But driving all the way to Dallas and showing up and having HR say,
Who are you and why are you here, kind of thing?
yeah, I kind of
No,
went,
that's-
they had to take my picture a couple of times because they said, you look puzzled. I go, you hit it on the head. So,
I apologize.
that's okay. There you go.
Okay. We'll get to the root of it.
Well, you may. I would just love to hear that there's a lot that we can do, and we understand where you are. Again, I don't want to be the one that has to say that we can't do this, because I will tell you when it comes down to it, the welcome that I received from just everybody here, but this job would be fun to call up the people who I helped before and say, hey, how's it going and how can I help you? That part makes the exciting world of UCR
I know,
even that
right?
much better. So that's, I don't know if you want to wrestle to the root, that's fine, but and be like, hey, why don't we just concentrate on what's going to make this a win-win?
Yeah, I'll figure it all out for you.
All right.
So, what's the plan for tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will not be in Austin. I am more than happy to work. I have a laptop, and if with your permission, I will take it with me as I drive to Dallas, and I will bring it back to you. Or I could even show up and work from the lobby of the regional office in Garland tomorrow.
Don't do this.
Got no
Those
problem.
troopers will go.
Those
Those troopers will go. Oh God.
No, I will do any of that. I will.
What does he have you working on?
Today I got a badge. I mean, Friday I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a computer. Today I got my computer hooked up. I have juice in it. My email is working. You and I have emailed. You're my first email today.
I'm your first.
There you go. So, and I have my delinquency list. I just need to probably gain access to whatever. Right now, I have to just go down and get a flash drive out of my car, plug in my contacts, and I gotta tell you, I've used the regional office at DPS before. One crazy time, some night I was about to do a presentation and my laptop locked up, and I had to go plug into some mainframe there, and they were so cool. Like, they could even see me on the lights coming. Okay, we see. Oh wait, come on in. Open the gate, and I just had to go really quickly. So I just have to get access to crime records and I can start.
So on your delinquency report that you have, what are you supposed to do with that?
Make it reduce
So you're
contact
just
people.
making phone calls?
Making phone calls and emails and getting on the line
Did
and
they give
helping
you a phone
people.
yet?
Not an iPhone yet, no. And you know, Michelle, something could happen like, hey, we understand, and you know what, tomorrow, could you wake up and start driving back to Austin? But I can't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and drive back and be here at 8. You could say, it's 8 o'clock, can you come be here and work? And I'd be like, yeah, but I'm not sleeping in Austin tomorrow night. I can drive down here for a part of my workday. I can do that. Driving's a big part of this job. Gas is not that expensive.
Do you know if they've got you a phone yet?
No, I mean, I don't
We'll
think
check with
I have.
Teresa when.
I have a cell phone. I know how to make calls.
But it's on your dime as opposed to ours. I would prefer you not do state business on your personal dime.
I get you. But I have email. So, but the one cool thing is being online with somebody and being able to say, I'm with you, let's go through pages, let me walk you through. Oh, yes.
So do you have all the access you need yet? Or are you still waiting on
I just got juiced like about 1:15 before your 2 o'clock email. So I'm here for another hour and a half. I think I just have to flip one light switch and I'm good.
Okay. Check on all of your access to see what all you have.
All right.
Let me reach out to Teresa and see where your iPhone order is and stuff like that. And we may be able to work something out, but let me make sure you have everything you need before I make that commitment.
Michelle,
Okay.
thank you for talking to me about this. It's a big, I would like to work something out. Now, thank you for being really receptive to me about this. Cool?
Yeah.
All right.
No, yeah, and so I have a couple of things to deliver to you, but I'll work on them. I know Raphael's not here,
Yeah.
so it may take me a little bit to get to it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's good to have you back.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm always here.
Okay.
Trying to do both and simultaneous keyboard. It's not working out.
Hey, Shauna, will you help remind me how to get back onto the system? I want to see if I have access.
DPS secure.
TPSsecure.com.
You should be able to do it through the air or through Texas, whichever one you want.
Okay. This
Yep.
is alright, and then
Log
it should
in.
be the same as my thingy.
It's probably going to be your email.
Okay. So am I a new user? Am I a new user? Oh, do you have to create me as an administrator?
Maybe.
User sign up my account.
Is your email still daniel.kusner?
Mm-hmm. Try it.
Yeah, try that. And it's probably going to yell at you that your password is expired.
Oh my god, like I wouldn't even know. Well, let me try and forgot my. Let me see.
See if that works. Forgot your password?
Let me see if Kusner works.
What was your childhood nickname?
Okay, so.
Check your email.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. What the hell is it?
That one.
Crappy crap. Go. There we go. Does it recognize me? As as an administrator this whole crappy time?
It still may.
No way. You're kidding me. Oh wait, no, that's something usually. Okay, wait. Sorry, baby.
That right there.
Come on. I'm not used to this board yet. Come on now. Seriously, they did not disable me?
I'll go fix it.
Okay. I'm disabled? Okay. Alright, thank you. Let me try this. Thanks, Shauna. I think so.
That works.
I think so. Oh, this needs stupid extra.
Mm-hmm. So either uppercase, at least one number, and a special character.
It needs uppercase.
Yeah.
It do?
Yeah.
Why did it say uppercase?
It's just easier if you do
Let
it.
me try this.
Because it recognizes it as a special thing.
I hate everything. Oh my god. Okay. 10 characters?
8 to 32.
Okay.
So 10 characters work. I think mine's that way.
Just do a pet's name dash whatever year you want.
Let me see. Let me see. No. I'll get through this somehow. Oh, because you gotta use their stupid special characters. That's why I always forget that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Done. Thank you.
Yeah, and wait till you get your state phone again, because you now have AirWatch and you now have a 6-digit passcode
Oh.
like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
do on your now.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it was an easy fix.
Yeah.